Christian Collins joins us, former congressional candidate. I know the university is starting to hear from some of his graduates who are complaining loud and clear that what they were hoping to find, especially after the last president almost got hired, the last hire that they ended up paying off to go away, they were hoping to have somebody who was going to restore more of the God and country values that Texas A&M is known for.
Well, thank you so much for having me on. And it sounds like Mark Welch's position is nuanced. He believes in white privilege, condemns the violent riots of 2020, and supports diversity, equity, and inclusion policies. And he's walking the tightrope of being in academia. But unfortunately, this capitulation can lead to a slippery slope to where Texas A&M is unrecognizable in a couple of years, because when you have a president that's espousing these views, then what ends up happening is they hire deans, the deans hire department chairs hire professors who end up getting tenure and radically indoctrinate these students with these woke leftist policies. And the parents that are sending their kids off to Texas A&M, oftentimes they're Christian, more conservative, and they're sending their kids off to get a good education, not become woke. And that's really the problem there.
There's a legacy and there's a tradition, certainly at Texas A&M, and it's a military tradition in a huge part. So you have someone who is career and chairman of the not chairman, he was part of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Is that cover for what's actually happening there?
Not really, because when you look at our military currently, the diversity, equity, and inclusion policies haven't helped it there. It hasn't helped our companies, because China is really rising in the world. And if America wants to compete in a global economy and to compete militarily, they need to have the best and brightest. And the reason why diversity, equity, and inclusion policies and all its form affirmative action is dangerous is because it's not based on merit. It's based on race or gender or sexual orientation. And all of these ideas do not put us in the best position to compete. It makes it much harder for our country to compete in the long run, and it will come back to bite us.
I wonder, it seems like the only tactic that has worked at all at other universities for woke policies is for very well-heeled graduates to withhold funding and to cut off the money supply. Is that a real possibility for Texas A&M, that enough graduates who are, have deep pockets and are known to donate to the university might stop donating?
Well, that's the way that the economy works. People vote with their dollars and where they want to spend their money. And if a parent has a choice between sending their kids off to college, where they become radical, leftist, godless, America-hating, individuals, as opposed to maybe sending them off to trade school, or maybe they give them the resources to become entrepreneurs, and they have that choice, then they may vote with their dollars. I don't wish that on Texas A&M, but I'm just saying that parents have every right with their students from grade school, and of course, those students are adults when they're going off to college, but the parents oftentimes financier their endeavors. They have a right to vote with their dollars, and these students are very impressionable at this time, and it's why I've spent so much time working with young people. I'm leading the Texas Youth Summit, and we have these conferences every year to instill Judeo-Christian and conservative values in these students, because they're impressionable and they need to be given the right opportunities to have the right ideas, and we do that every single year.
Counter-programming. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Christian Collins, former congressional candidate.